Hey, YouTube, it's a me, a B3. I'm doing the Italian seasoning hands behind camera because I support stereotypes. Absolutely not. That's only. You know what? Maybe I should start over, but I don't care. So, hey, it's me, your boy B3, back with another kicking action figure review. Picked this guy up from my local comic shop. He's really, really cool. I used the last of my store credit to get this guy. I traded in a bunch of comic books. I sold him a bunch of comic books, and it got me some store credit, which I've been using to get stuff to make videos with, like this SH Figuarts Bandai Japan Kamen Rider X-Aid Action Gamer Level 2 20 Kamen Rider Kicks version. So this is like the 20th Heisei anniversary, I guess, re-release of Kamen Rider X-Aid to coincide with Zio. It's not really a re-release. Tamashii Nations never, ever, ever does a straight-up re-release so that everything they make retains some sort of collector's value, right? So this guy is a little different than the other Kamen Rider Gin'em. As far as I can tell, so far, it's the same paint and accessories and stuff. But it has a new stand. It has the Zio watch stand. So if you have the Kamen Rider X-Aid, this might not be the best for you. Some of them are renewals, and they're definitely worth getting more. But this guy, X-Aid was so recent, I feel like if you have the regular X-Aid figure art, this is probably not what you want. Unless you just want to display with all the stands, in which case the best move is probably to sell your other X-Aid and get this one, if you want the most recent one. I actually wanted to get the, what's it called? The Gimmick X-Aid. Because I have the Gimmick Gin'em, and I have the Gimmick Gin'em level 10. But the Gimmick X8 is $40. I was too slow on it. It went up to $40 because it's the one with the shell, and you can't do the Gimmick without the shell. So he went up in price a ton, and this guy was $10 more, and I had store credit. So I was like, Figuarts it is, obvi. Take a closer look. I like the window, all the clock stuff on the window. Here's the top of the box. Kamen Rider X8 Action Gamer Level 2. Hey, motherfucker, he is a doctor too. I'm so bad. Tamashii Nations quality. Picture of the figure on the front. Ow, no, daddy. You got Zio's clock hands. 20th anniversary, blah, 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 blah. Gin'em. Zio. Oh, he's on the bottom, too! Didn't expect him to be on the bottom there. Hey! There's Bluefin distribution. It kind of just continues onto the side. So he's the 2016 rider. If you haven't watched X-Aid, I highly recommend you do so. It's a great starting point for Heisei Kamen Rider, if you ask moi. So see, the main different thing is just the X-Aid watch stand, clock stand, or whatever. See, there he is on the stand. Alright, well that's that. Let's open him up, fam! So right off the bat, you get the stand, but the X-Aid part is out of it. You actually have to put the stand together. Come on, Tamashii. You're gonna make us do the work on that? Come on, this is an expensive figure. I expect the stand to be put together, to be completely honest. Come on, man. Come on, Bandai. Here he is out of package. Kamen Rider X-Aid, Gamer Level 2, etc., etc. Really nice figure. Really cool figure. Happy to have it. Oh, shit. In my collection, I just spilt his accessories. Really cool. He's got a big face on his back. That's fun. I like pink riders for some reason. I just like the look of pink on X-Aid. You can put more gashats in his little gashat holder. The one in there comes out. Be very careful with it. He can do the... Oh, rider kick. Oh, geez. You can also hold 2 in there. So that's that. I like his little display on his chest. He's very cool. Look at that. What a beautiful paint job on this guy. This is about as clean as paint gets, to be completely honest. It's got that green. He looks like a video game character, does he not? With that crazy hair and all the bright colors. I mean, he's supposed to, obviously. Lots of them have moves based on like actual video games. There was a movie where Pac-Man was the villain. Like, this is an actual franchise. But he's very, very cool. Let me get some accessories out for you. So as you can see here, I have many accessories on hand. He has 2 open palm hands, 2 kind of relaxed, possibly pointing hands, 2 holding hands, and then he has his sword and his hammer. They're the same weapon, just in different modes. You just take the handle and attach it to whichever one you want to display him with. Right now, I think I'm fine displaying him with fists. Just to display him with the fists, just to display him with the fists. But, yeah, you know, they're really nice accessories, and I'll probably display them with the hammer later on. I do like the hammer, but right now, we're just going to go with fists, I think. Now, you've already kind of seen detail and paint on this guy, but, cat's pooping right next to me. Her litter box is right over there. But leave a comment if you can hear it, or like, I don't care. Whatever gets me the most views. You got side to side, up and down, you know, you can look around real well. Which is great. I love his goggles and eyes. He's a very unique looking rider. He's one of the more unique looking riders for sure. Lots of torso, waist. The shoulder pads move up, see, like that, so he can raise his arms up way higher than he would normally be able to. Forward and back, all kinds of movement. Like, there's so much movement on these Tamashii Nations figures. It's insane. But you see, he's got the current leg articulation. You got that double knee bend. Careful with the knee pads on these Figuarts sometimes. They do like to fall off. The ones on my Amazons fell off so often that I had to straight up glue them in. I didn't get any in the joints. I'm pretty good at it. Not to brag, but yeah. Sorry I didn't name off all the articulation like I normally do. It's a Figuart. It's a lot of articulation. Whew, beautiful. Just beautiful. So now we're going to do some size comparisons. Will I be comparing him with another Figuart? No! Yes, I will. Let me just get him ready. First up, here he is with another SH Figuart as promised. Pretty cool figure. It is Spectre from Kamen Rider Ghost, which was the show right before X-Aid. So this was a 2015 show, 2016 show. Very, very cool. Really love it. And they scale pretty well together. So I'm very happy that that worked out. Now let's remove him. And now I'm going to compare him with a figure from the Gimmick X-Aid line. So here he is with Kamen Rider Gin'em Level 2. Gin'em Level 2 is really the same sculpt as X-Aid Level 2 from that line, just repainted. That's kind of the point. He's like a darker version, whatever. They look great together too. So you can mix those two lines, and sure, articulation and detail and paint vary in quality, but size-wise, right where it needs to be. Right where it needs to be. I'm going to show a couple more. We do have a Rider Kicks figure from Zeo. This is probably the only Rider Kicks figure I'm going to get, and you will see why shortly. I've already reviewed it. I've reviewed everything you've seen so far. I'm pretty sure I reviewed Spectre. Yeah, I reviewed Spectre. Here's Kamen Rider Zeo himself, from the Ride Armor series or whatever. And as you can already see before I even get him standing, he is rather small. He is a very small figure. That is because when you put the armor on, he gets larger. But, yeesh. That is small. That is so small. But don't worry. There are other Kamen Rider Zeo figures, like the standard vinyl line. Of course, everyone knows the cheap standard vinyl line. This is easily the cheapest Kamen Rider line. So here he is, Rider Hero Series Kamen Rider Zeo X8 armor, which is much bigger, has great detail and paint, but little articulation. These are the cheapest ones. These are the most expensive. That's how they scale up. So if you want a Zeo that scales well with this figure art, you're gonna need the Zeo figure art. I'm not gonna get the Zeo figure art probably because I think I'm gonna invest in these for Zeo, because I don't need another figure of Zeo's main form, and if I get a bunch of forms, I don't want to get them all figure art, because that will add up, especially when you count it exclusives. So, for Zeo, I'll be collecting these, but I'm glad I got him as figure art. Now, some people might want to see him with other Toku heroes, and that is completely understandable. Here he is with the Ultra Action figure Ultraman Blue Aqua. Obviously, Ultramen are gigantic, kaiju-sized beings, but they can shrink down, especially the modern ones. They do have the ability to shrink down. So if he ever shrunk down to human size, he'd be perfect with XA aid, so that's good. And here's a Power Ranger figure. This line pretty much it's really dead because Hasbro is about to release their Lightning series. But in the meantime, we have the Legacy In Space Black Ranger, which is too big for figure arts. Sorry, bud. You can focus on those Psycho Rangers whenever mine show up, because it's been months. But yeah, Kamen Rider X-Aid. Great character, great show, and a great figure to go along with those. If you have not watched Kamen Rider X-Aid, I highly recommend that you do so. If you're into just cool, unique-looking superheroes, Kamen Rider X-Aid is great for you and your collection. Once again, this figure art only $10 more than the cheap gimmick line. So, do yourself a favor and get the figure art. Just do it! Remember that Shia LaBeouf meme? Yes, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. I got this guy, my local comic shop. They do have a website, mycomicsplus.net. I do not know if there's any Kamen Rider stuff on the website because I just shop in the store. But I got all the Kamen Rider stuff I've gotten recently has been from them. So definitely check out their website. They are not sponsoring me. I'm just a cool guy that wants to help a small business that I love. If you want to help us, support us out on Patreon. There are some short films and some other comedic videos I want to make. Definitely check out our second channel, B3 Productions. I'm really focusing on that channel now. That channel's kind of my main focus. This one's kind of slowed down a bit if you haven't noticed. So definitely check out the B3 Productions channel. That's it. Thank you all once again. It's bedtime for Daddy. Daddy needs a bedtime. Daddy's gonna go get in the bed. Beep-a-dabba-dooba-dabba-dee.